How else can we hold feelings? Hold the space for our children to have feelings, like through play and laughter and things like that.
Yeah.
How else can we do that?
So yeah, that's also another really not well understood aspect, and that is that children release feelings through laughter and they heal through play. Absolutely. So, and this is sometimes this is something that people find more difficult, because as parents we often have this idea that it's a serious business, parenthood, and so it sometimes feels difficult to give ourselves permission to be playful and silly and fun with our children. But yes, if we allow our children the opportunity to laugh, the deep laughter, and to connect through play, and to have the chance to play lots of different kinds of games that support their healing too, then this is really powerful stuff. Really, really powerful. And attachment play, as it's called, is a really central part of this approach to parenting. And it has this wonderful dual purpose. And one is that it supports deepening in our connection and our relationship with our children through having fun and having those joyful connections and that lightheartedness. But yes, it also has this possibility to solve behavior problems, as it allows our children to release and heal strong feelings that they're experiencing.
So can you describe a little bit more about what attachment play looks like?
Yeah, sure. So it's just a way, anytime our children are behaving in a way that is challenging or difficult, one option is to listen to feelings, and the other option is to move in with playfulness. And so there are actually 9 different types of attachment play that Aletha Salter describes in her book, Attachment Play. But they're all different ways of responding playfully. So it might be something like offering our children regular special time, which is where we might set a timer and say, every day I'm going to, or several times a week, I'm going to offer my children 15 minutes or half an hour or whatever we have capacity to do. And we say to our children, right, we're going to have special time now. So we do whatever our children want to do. So we follow their lead, and we are just giving them our undivided, focused attention and playfulness for that 15 minutes, for that half an hour, whatever, while the timer is on. And yeah, they choose what you do. So you follow them around and you're just like engaged and interested in what they're doing. That really, really fills our children up. So there's play that we do generally to try and make our children feel more connected. And then there's also play that we can do in the moment to respond to particular challenges with behavior. And often that's things like, being ridiculous and getting things wrong and being silly. So for example, if our children don't like getting into the car seat and being strapped into their car seat, we might run to the car and we jump into their car seat and we act all surprised and shocked that we can't strap ourselves in and that they should be driving. No, but you said you were going to drive today and I'm sitting in the back, and being silly. And any time where our children get to say, no mummy, you've got it wrong, you're silly, and they get to be the knowledgeable, powerful, strong ones, it's really, really helpful for them. It could be something simple like reading a book at bedtime, and we bring the book out and we have it upside down, and then we don't understand why we can't read the words anymore. Or we might start at the beginning. One that I used to love doing with my children was start at the beginning of the book and you say once upon a time, and then you flick right to the end and you say the end, good night, and you put the book down, and the children go, no mummy, you got it wrong. So anything where they're getting, and it can be like lots of physical games are really good with children, like wrestling, and you're always giving them a nice edge to push up to, but you're allowing them to be the stronger one. So in a wrestle they would always win, and you would be surprised and shocked that they've managed to push you off the bed, or whatever it is that you're playing. It could be games where you're chasing and they get to catch you, or games where you're chasing them and you can't quite catch them and they get away. Any of those things where they get to be the powerful one. And I think with play, the thing to remember is that our children are geniuses. This is their language. So if we get out of the way and don't overthink it too much, they will show us exactly what they need to be doing through play and what they need to be exploring in order to heal things that have come up. So we find, for example, if you have to take your child to the doctor, then often if you go home and you give them the space to play with them and you're observing them, they might bring out dolls and play, you know, doctors and patients with their dolls. Or, you know, if they've got a new baby coming into the family, they might automatically start playing with their teddies, and teddy's had a baby and that kind of thing. So lots of trust there, following their lead. And yeah, just any opportunity we can to be silly and foolish, whatever age our children are, is really, really helpful. Yeah.
Sometimes I've had parents talk to me about their resistance to playing with their child, and I often sort of say to them, include them in your world then. If you don't want to get down and you know, engage with them in trucks or whatever, invite them into your world and play with them in your world. So whether it's putting out the washing or cooking dinner and having fun that way.
Yeah, that's really lovely, isn't it? When it's done with that deliberate intention of connection. It makes it really easy for our children to contribute and to get involved. And sometimes when you don't want to play, that in itself can be playful. So my son used to want to play trains constantly when my daughter was born. I mean, all he wanted to do was play trains, and I got to the stage where I was just like, I hated trains. But you can even respond in a playful way for that. So he could say, Mom, can we go and play trains? And I could go, no, I can't, Mummy, surely I don't have to play trains. Please don't make me play trains, really. And he would say, yes, Mummy, come on, you have to play trains. Oh, please, but I don't like trains. And being playful about it, you know. So it's a knack, and it's something to practice, and some people find it easy and some people don't. And you know, but if it's something that you can enjoy, and even if it's something that you just do a little bit or just do some of, so you know, if you don't really like playing trains but you do it as a special time activity, then you know, that's a finite time when you're going to go and play trains. You know that you're not going to have to play for hours and hours. You're just going to play for 15 minutes, and then you can actually devote yourself wholeheartedly to the trains, because you know it's going to end. And when the timer goes off, if our children have feelings to express, that's when they're going to come up, and that's fine. We can say, I know, sweetheart, you really wanted to keep playing trains, and we're not going to play anymore because special time's over. And they can cry about how upset they are that they want to keep playing. And that doesn't mean that we have to go, oh yes, okay, we'll play trains some more. We just say, I know, sweetheart, I hear you. I know you really wanted to keep playing, but special time's over now. We'll play again tomorrow.
We can fall into that trap of wanting to placate them because they are having big emotions. But recognizing that, no, this is the way it is. And it's okay for you to feel that way. And I hear that you're disappointed. That's really beautiful, because sometimes we can go the opposite, and we're running after them, placating them at every turn.
Or we might be feeling annoyed and grumpy. We might be like, hang on a minute, you know, I've just given you 15 minutes of my undivided attention, and I've got so much on. That's really unfair. So we might go into all that thinking too. So instead, when we just know all we have to do, it's like giving limits in a really loving way. That's all we have to do. Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Loving. I love it.